What about it? I told you, bro. I didn't want to do anything, you know?
Jeffree Star flew out this influencer and now he's claiming all these things. Let's talk about it. Now, this was a developing story because this happened almost last year. And Jeffree Star flew out Jim Bent 7 times. Now, they filmed TikToks together. They went live together. They even had matching Halloween costumes.
It's like that future encounter.
Thank you for the future encounter, baby. Batman, relax.
That's bad.
Batman look like he packing down there.
Why do you think he stays around?
When did Catwoman get a BBL?
Barbs, this is me and you next year.
And people thought they were a couple, but then Jim just stopped hanging out with Jeffree Star, and the result of that was him saying that things got too real. Which I take it as like Jim just got uncomfortable with Jeffree Star and his luxury life. And Jim went from living this ultra extreme luxury life with Jeffree Star to back home on the couch with his mom. And now he's speaking out on social media, crashing out about it, and then saying to his audience, I'm straight, when we've seen you so many times with Jeffree Star. And you're doing this with your shirt off, and you're encouraging the LGBTQA community are finding you, and they're like, oh my God, you're hot. What are you doing? What are you into? And he's all upset about it. And they're asking him if he's gay, and he's so upset about it when he's linked to Jeffree Star. Let me show you the clip where he's popping off.
About it. I told you, bro. I didn't want to do anything, you know? I'm straight. I've been straight. I've always been straight. Right? I don't know what the fuck to say. And honestly, I don't want to make that video because it's like since I've been on the app, I feel like I'm actually like pretty decently entertaining. I feel like I'm actually like good at live streaming and enjoyable to watch. But since I've started doing this, all anybody's ever wanted to talk about, or at least a lot that anybody's wanted to talk about, is what I'm into. And it's like, it's really annoying. It's genuinely really annoying when you feel like you're kind of talented and motherfuckers just want to bring you down.
All right, grab a snack and come on back. So I took some Q&As in the comment section, and we have a little video portion later on. I'll show you that in a second. But the way I see it is this, right? I think that Jim, now that time has passed, he's almost questioning, like, I'm straight, right? I think that you were hanging out with Jeffree Star for a while, and Jeffree Star caught feelings. I think you started to maybe like Jeffree, and you just backed off. Because we did an exclusive interview with Jim Bent before on this channel, so check it out if you haven't already.
If, right, like, we're doing this, like, how are we gonna, like, am I ever gonna have a relationship? Like, I don't, eventually I want to have a relationship, and I just couldn't see that. Eventually I want a relationship, and I just couldn't see that, and so I felt like, okay, if I can't see that now,
Angels World 17.
well, what about a couple years from now? What about then? Am I supposed to just... I didn't know what I was supposed to do. Yeah, and I don't expect anybody to understand my sexuality, bro. I mean, it's...
This is Angels
I
World
don't think it's
17.
for anybody to understand. I've just been doing I've I've just been trying to navigate this the best I could. Did you just want to be friends and nothing more? I mean, at the end, that's what I tried. That's what I tried. I tried to. I don't think he wants to be my friend anymore, though. But yeah, I tried. I did. I don't know. I was having fun, man. I guess I had too much fun.
This is Angel's World 17.
I don't know.
Angel's World 17.
Just trying to keep up with the comments, man. I'm trying to keep up with the chat. You like my shirt?
And I will say this, Jim ultimatum was just like, things just got too real. They were moving too fast. I wasn't ready. And then he started questioning his sexuality. And you're hanging out with Jeffree Star over 7 times. And it's almost like you were trying to use him. And, you know, a lot of people are going to say, I'm not a user. I'm not a user. Well, then I'll give you that. Maybe you're not a user. But you did take advantage of opportunities with Jeffree Star. You took every flight, all 7 of them. You collabed in every video. And I think Jeffree Star caught feelings and you dipped out.
Me, I don't even want to be famous for being, you know, somebody's boyfriend, right? I don't want that. I don't want to be famous for that. I want to be famous for me, right? I want to be successful for who I am. Okay? I want to be successful for who I am. Okay? And it's not leading somebody on if they're telling you that it's, you know, not that deep, but you start to see that it kind of is.
This is Angel's World 17. Angel's World 17.
Yeah. Okay. So this is kind of where I want to stop, right? And I want to say, can we let's stop talking about it. Enough is enough. We've been talking for a while now, right?
And it left Jeffree Star hurt, and then you confused by it all. And not only that, but now, due to public opinion, people now think that you are bisexual, that you might be G-A-Y, and now he's like stating, I'm straight,
We're
I'm
all
straight.
adults. I had a really great time with this person. The ending may be pathetic, but I do still respect and value the time we had together, and it was amazing.
There you go.
And everyone could see, like, in your videos with him, just like how happy the both of you were.
Yeah,
I
He was
can't.
happy.
The ending is too complicated to explain to people, and I know no one wants to hear that because this is entertainment for a lot of you, but it's just, I can't explain it.
Well, it's not entertainment for me. Not for me because
It's
you're a
really
real
sad,
person.
and it's
You're a real
really,
person.
I hope he figures it out one day, but I just am not going to discuss the ending.
Yeah, it's just too personal to
It's
give
just
out.
sad is really what it is. It's pathetic. It's sad. And one day, hopefully he'll figure out who he is, but it's definitely not a straight male that's insecure.
Thank you. So, yeah. We respect Jeffree.
Well, when I talked about it in the comment section, y'all had a lot to say. Now, this one comment is against Jeffree, and I'm going to read it to you guys. And it goes something like this. It was by somebody named Austin Moore, and I'll throw it up on the screen. Austin says, Jeffree goes after straight presenting men all the time. Nate was allegedly straight before Jeffree has publicly been with women ever since. Jeffree hints all these straight rappers he's messed with that he conveniently can't talk about. He alleged NFL players a few years back. And now, if I remember correctly, wasn't he also saying in 2018, before the minor stuff came out with James, that the reason he didn't like him was because James made Nate's brother uncomfortable by hitting on him? So on and so forth. Well, my response was this, and I said, Austin Moore, while your point about Jeffree Star's pattern of pursuing straight presenting men raises valid concerns about potential power dynamic, and a counter argument could be that Jeffree's actions, though controversial, don't necessarily equate to manipulation or predatory behavior in the same way James Charles' actions were criticized. Jeffree has been open about his attraction to straight presenting men like Nate. And while he's hinted at encounters with rappers and NFL players, there's no concrete evidence that these interactions involve coercion or exploitation. Now, Jeffree's flamboyant persona and public honesty about his desires could be seen as him simply owning his preference, and not necessarily leveraging his fame to manipulate others. In contrast, his 2018 criticism of James centered on James allegedly making Nate's brother uncomfortable. Well, and it goes on, and I just wanted to show the dichotomy between that, right? I think that Jeffree Star has been very clear that he, tends to like more either gay guys or men who are masculine in that sense, right? And it just comes down to preference. And oftentimes people ask you what your type is, and then you tell them what your type is, and they get all upset about it because you're not fitting their type. Does that make sense? Oh my God. Okay, so before I go any further, oh my God, I can't believe I'm telling you guys this. Okay, don't come for me, and if you're gonna judge me kindly. Okay, let me open it as I talk. They don't really make it the easiest thing to open. I'll tell you that much. But here it is. There it goes. I went and I got the Medicube PDRN Salmon. Right here. This is it. And, it was the trend of all about snail mucin. And now the trend is all about PDRN salmon sperm. So this is it right here. So you just pop one of these bad boys open, and then you just do the top, and you can put it on your face and rub it in and all that stuff like that. I got this, and I'm excited to try it and see how I like it. So far, Medicube stuff has been kind of hit or miss for me, but most of it has been a hit. And yeah, here it is. It's 99% PDRN, high purity salmon is what it said. And yeah, and look, salmon egg extracts, what it says on here. Not me ripping it, but anyways, I'm excited to try it and see if it, turns back the hands of time. Now, I believe in other countries they actually inject it into your face. But here in America, you can't do that. So the only thing we can do is just like lay it on your face, see how that works out. But anyways, let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. Let me jump over and let's do a community corner and see what people had to say. Here we go. All right, guys. So I have Blue Collar Scholar. Boo, 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 boo. And also, okay, so basically Jim Bent went on this rant and it was upset. Go ahead. Let me know what you think about that.
Well, I think it's interesting because I remember when they were hanging out and it was giving very much like Brad and Angelina Jolie vibes. Remember when they did the photo shoot and they were kind of playing family? So I thought that they were pretty much like in a relationship. So I think it's kind of shocking that he's kind of backpedaling right now.
That's it, girl?
Well, yeah. I mean, I saw a little bit of the preview yesterday. Mm-hmm. And his profile picture, isn't it of him kind of having his shirt lifted up too?
Wait, what do you mean preview?
Because you played the audio yesterday.
Uh-huh. Oh, yes.
And so when you did that and you were showing his profile picture, he has his shirt lifted up, doesn't he?
Yeah. In the video, he's walking around with his shirt off. And he's like, why are people asking me what I'm into? But he's serving body and then gets upset when the male demographic is all men.
Yeah, and even his profile picture, it's like of him lifted.
Let me get it.
He has his shirt lifted up.
Yeah, and so whenever guys message him, he's like, I'm straight. But then you say all that, but you accepted Jeffree Star to fly you out 7 times. Got the picture right here. Hold on, where's it at? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, that's why I said, like, Brandon and Angelina vibes. Do you remember that photo shoot they did where they're, like, hanging out, lounging in front of their house, with, like, the white picket family fence? That's what I kind of got the vibe that they were very much into each other. So it's kind of weird that he's trying to make it seem like it wasn't a thing.
Exactly, because he's like, oh, things got too real. Things got too real. And you know what? It's like, first of all, you accepted to fly out. Jeffree Star flew him out 7 times.
Right.
Okay, he racked up them Sky Mile Delta points real quick. Jeffree Star flew him out 7 times. And listen, Jeffree Star is a gay man. Jeffree Star's a gay man. You can see, you Google Jeffree Star the house. Gay the house, the gayest thing on the internet. And then you gayer than me. And you fly Jeffree Star. Jeffree Star flies you out, and then you're like, "Oh, I'm straight. I'm straight. Things just got too serious. I'm straight. Oh my god."
Yeah, I think they were hanging out a lot. It wasn't just like a one-time thing. And also, remember, he came through here. It was a big deal. I think that it was getting more involved than he thought that he expected. Maybe he thought it was just a little fun at first, and then he caught feelings. That's just what I believe. And it got too real for him. And,
no, you're being nice. I think he was trying to suck up Jeffree Star for everything he can get. Views, money, clout, fame, and then dip. That's what I think. See, you're a lot nicer.
He accepted to go out and meet with him.
He accepted to go out with Jeffree Star. He accepted all the gifts. He accepted all that, and all of a sudden Jeffree Star is weird, made him feel uncomfortable. All that. Girl, bye.
And they filmed a lot of TikToks together. They were taking pictures together. So it was very much a mutual thing. So for him to kind of come off like now, it was like I felt a little, pressured by that. That's kind of odd. You knew what time it was. It's true. He came through here. He came through your live. I remember when he was here. And, he didn't say anything about that back then, that it was uncomfortable for him.
Yeah.
So that's not adding up.
No, I'm saying, I'm not saying that, but he was just like, why do people just want me for my hot body? But he's walking around shirtless all the time. Like, what, I mean. Okay, hold on. Blue Collar just had an aha moment. Go ahead, Blue.
Well, I was just saying, listening to it again, he's just upset that the only thing that he's known for is for being with Jeffree Star. Because he's saying, I'm kind of entertaining, which he's kind of saying, why are you guys focused on this aspect when I think I'm an entertaining person? So he's really upset that he's only really known for being with Jeffree Star.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, what do you want to be known for, Jim? I mean, you just like, you all your videos, the ones that I've seen, he has his shirt off the entire time, okay? Or he's like doing little, poses and stuff, and then gets all upset when men are in the chat asking him, what are you into? What are you into? Are you bi? Are you gay? And he's like yelling out, I'm straight! I'm straight! But you're saying that, but there's photos of you and Jeffree Star hugging. Jeffree Boom Boom Star flew you out 7 times. You hung out. I mean, listen, I'm not trying to be shady, but like, Jeffree Star is gonna offer to fly you out. Jim, you already know what's going down. What the hell is going on? Why are you acting all surprised when the audience is over here thinking that you are now part of the Rainbow Mafia? It doesn't make any sense. So just say that you used Jeffree Star for his clout and his connections and money and fame, and you sucked that we can get out of him. And then when things got too real, you ducked off. Just say that. But why are you sitting up here playing the victim again? And I just want to roll it again. I'm going to play the clip again.
What about it?
See, he's yelling, what about it? What about it? Here we go.
I told you, bro. I didn't want to do anything, I'm straight. I've been straight. I've always been straight. Right?
Girl, bye. And then you're going to go from hanging out with Jeffree Star, and let's just say like you're getting first class flights, Rolls Royce, treatment, VIP treatment, and you go from this extreme level of luxury lifestyle, and then you go back home to your mom's couch. Okay, Jim's head is spinning round and round. He don't even know what's going on. So that's why Jim went from this luxury lifestyle with Jeffree Star back at home on his mom's couch, and he's contemplating his whole entire existence. Well, I kind of liked it, but then like I am straight. I don't know what's going on. Am I bi? I don't know what are these feelings I'm having. Oh my God. And you got that thrown into it. So he's confused.
No, I think he's just upset that, you know, he probably thought, okay, I'm going to hop on Jeffree Star and then I'm going to take off. But that was like the biggest thing he did. And he's upset that people only know him for that. Because he keeps referring to, you know, like, I think I'm a pretty entertaining guy. So he's trying to make it seem like, why do you guys only know me for that? But, you know, yeah. Someone in the chat said, what about their photo together with the pleather and Catwoman outfit? So, I mean, yeah.
I have that receipt. Let me go find it. I mean, what? You're delivering TED Talks, or what's going on?
Right.
Yeah.
Especially, like, if you look at his profile picture, it's like, because I saw it yesterday, it's like him lifting up his shirt, or like he's buying on his shirt. It's very...
Get real.
You know, suggestive.
Yeah. All right, guys, that was Blue Collar Scholar. You can pick her up on my Tiki-Talkie. She's always in the chat. Let's get on back with the drama. Now, overall, at the time of making this video, Jim hasn't said anything at all. And I was wondering, is he going to make a video? Because he was like, I don't want to have to make a video. Like, he has made videos before talking about influencers, and he didn't say Jeffree Star's name. But I was just thinking, like, what is he talking about here? You know? And the whole thing is very messy. At the end of the day, you accepted to be flown out by a gay superstar. And then now you're, in my opinion, watching it all, because I've been watching it all, it just seems like Jim is questioning his sexuality. Jim, just say you're gay for pay, girl. Just say that. How about that? I think Jeffree Star wanted a companion, and I think it maybe if you would have just told Jeffree, hey, you know what? I know I'm straight. I'm down the clown. But I'm straight. I'm down to do something strange for a little bit of change. Just work that out with him. And I'm not encouraging it, no. But it just seems like you're lost in the sauce, right? If the deal was you and Jeffree Star were hanging out and you felt like things were getting too serious, then just say, hey, you know what? Let me take a step back. Let me look at it from an acting point of view. And if you want me to be your online boyfriend, and we're going to create content together, because there are many people on social media that are, actors, and they act like they're in a relationship and they're not. Let's not forget that. And that could have been that. So that's what I'm trying to say. Okay. Jeffree Star and Jim could have been a fake relationship. I think Jeffree Star wanted it to be real. I think that Jim probably just wanted the money, honey. Now that Jim's back at home, he's thinking about everything, and he's just questioning his whole entire existence. I think Jim liked it. I think Jim liked the attention Jeffree was giving him. I think that he was maybe attracted to Jeffree Star, and Jeffree Star was all done up with the wigs and the makeup and serving femininity. But then I also feel like he was kind of like, I don't know, Jeffree Star's a guy. I'm confused. And I think Jeffree Star just kind of served a lot of androgyny. Let me know what you think about that in the chat down below. This is Rich Lives with the hottest celebrity news and gossip on YouTube. Now, guys, please leave a like. Please leave a comment. And if you feel so inclined, join the team. Become a member. I appreciate you guys. Bye-bye.